Hey everyone, in this video I'll be showing how to use Git and initialize a GitHub repo. As always, I'll include the repos I used in the description. We'll get started. First things first, let's go through basic intro. Git is a free and open source distributed version control system that can handle small to very large projects with speed and efficiency. Some of the well-known hosting services are GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, etc. I'll be using VS Code, Git Windows Client 2.43 and will be using Windows 10. I will create Git repo for my existing Django tutorial. First and foremost, in Git is to initialize a Git repo using the command, git init. After running the command successfully, you will see a message empty repository has been created. By default, it will create a .git directory with subdirectories for objects, ref/heads, ref/tags, and template files. Git creates default branch called master, as you can see. Now let's check the status of the master branch using the command Git Status, which will show untracked files. On a newly initialized repo you will see all the changes as untracked. To keep track of file changes, we will instruct Git to add the files one by one, or add them in single lines separated by spaces, or even add all the files using the command git add file 1 file 2 or git add dot. You will see in left sidebar of VS Code that the added files are grouped under staged section. Staged changes means that the file changes are now tracked, but it is not permanent until it is committed, which we will be discussing now. To commit the changes, use the command git commit m followed by the commit message in double quotes. Upon success, the changes are now committed. Now we can touch up on one of the powerful commands called branch, which will let us work on different features when collaborating among multiple developers. Usually, we will create new branches using master branch. But often you will come across workflow which has separate main branches for development, testing, and production. For the sake of simplicity, I'll focus on just using master branch. To check the current branch, use the command git branch. You will notice current branch will be highlighted in green with an asterisk beside the branch name. We will create a new branch using the command git checkout b new branch name. There is an alternative command if you're using Git version 2.20 or higher called git switch c new branch name. As you can see, Git will not allow duplicate branch names. Now, let's make some changes in new branch. You will see the following files are now tracked as changed. If you use VS Code, you can see the changes between old and new file contents. I'm using the Git Lens and Git History extensions to get the changes through UI. You can get similar results using the git command line using git diff file name, which shows the changed content of the file. I will commit the changes. You can use previous commands, but I will use a shortcut command git commit am commit message, which will stage and commit changes mimicking git add dot and git commit using a single command. To keep track of all commit history, we can use the command git log to display all the commits present. You can also use UI version called git history extension. Since Git keeps track of every commit using hash value, you can revert changes to an older commit. In this case, I'll be reverting to first commit. To do that, use the command git reset hard followed by the first 6 letters of the commit, or you can paste the entire hash of the commit. The next command is to delete unwanted or stale branches. Use the command git branch d branch name. If you had cloned your project via GitHub or GitLab, you can make use the command Git Remote V to check the HTTPS location for push and pull. You can push the changes to remote repo using the command Git Push origin branch name, which will create a new branch and push the changes. Similarly, you can use pull command to pull the latest changes pushed to a specific remote branch or your branch. Let's go through Git-ignore rules. Git-ignore functions as an exclusion list that will not track the specific files such as Python bytecode, virtual environment, thumbnail files, etc. I will make use of Git-ignore extension, which will add all required rules. Make sure the Git-ignore file is in the same directory, otherwise Git will not track it. I will add the following rules for Python, Windows, Linux, and Mac. Commit the changes. We'll move to the final part, that is creating an empty GitHub repo with public access without Git-ignore and a README file. We will now be adding remote repo using git remote add origin followed by remote repo link. Run the git push command to make master branch as upstream branch for push or pull. With this we have reached the end of the video. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section, and if you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you once again to all my subscribers and the community for your continued support.